This little girl was friends with a super pig named Porky. Whenever she wanted fruit, Porky would knock into a tree with his body and make the fruit fall down. And whenever she felt sleepy, she would simply lie down and sleep on top of him. The two lived together like family. One day, some tourists arrived and immediately noticed Porky. Seeing this, the girl's grandfather deliberately took her away and told her that Porky was going to be taken from there. To make her feel less sad, he even gave her a small golden pig. As soon as she heard the news, the girl ran down the mountain to look for Porky. After a while, she spotted the truck that was carrying him away. Without caring about her own safety, she chased after the truck and eventually managed to climb onto it. At that moment, some masked people arrived in a vehicle. They stopped the truck and tried to rescue Porky. The girl shouted Porky's name, and he immediately ran toward her. The two of them then escaped together. After reaching an unfamiliar place, they started searching for a way back home. Suddenly, Porky collapsed, and the same masked people showed up again. Just then, some greedy businessmen arrived and began shooting tranquilizer darts at Porky. However, the masked people blocked the darts with their umbrellas. Thanks to their help, the girl and Porky managed to escape once more. In fact, those masked people were members of an animal protection organization. They suggested placing a small camera in Porky's ear so they could gather evidence of the cruelty those greedy businessmen were inflicting on animals. They also promised that they would rescue Porky afterward. The girl was against the plan, but the translator lied and told them she had agreed. Because of that, Porky was handed back over to the businessmen. Inside a dark factory, Porky was subjected to terrible suffering. Tears filled his eyes, yet he was forced to undergo several painful tests to evaluate the quality of his meat. The good news was that the camera hidden in his ear recorded everything. Determined to save him, the girl went to the factory. There, she saw an employee tranquilizing a super pig. A short time later, Porky was placed on the same machine. The girl begged the worker not to do it, but then the factory owner arrived and signaled for him to continue. At that moment, the girl pulled out the small golden pig from her pocket and said she wanted to buy Porky. Once the owner was convinced that it was made of real gold, she agreed to the deal. The girl was then able to leave the factory with Porky. Friends, a like and a sweet comment for Porky and this brave little girl would be well deserved.